Hey everybody, this is Rapid Sports with Jax with the J to the A to the X at X.com. How we doing today? And we're getting close to hockey season now. Now today is Monday, which is the cut dates. It's Monday the 11th. So at 5 o'clock we're going to know the final lineup. So I'm going to give you my lineup prediction, which, if I'm being honest, I'm already wrong on some of them as it is. If I can remember where the heck I put the lineup predictions. Let me just go over here and get into the thing and to my little whatchamacallit. Now, some of my line of predictions already didn't work out. We know they signed VC, which is good. I like to see him get a crack at it. He's going to be third, fourth liner, so we'll see how it is. But it's time for him to put some pucks in the net, play good hockey, and then he won't be such a journeyman going all over the place. I think he has the talent to do it, especially playing on the lower line. So we'll see how that goes. So I don't have a problem with him being a devil. Nolan Foote was one of the guys that I had maybe making the roster, but in all honesty, he didn't really show anything during the camp. So they sent him down. So that's one of the ones that I can admit I'm wrong because I want to eventually put it on in the article in my uh, rapidsports.com. It's just I'm messing around with the site and we're about ready to change company, so I'll put it in later because I wrote it and I just didn't want to waste not writing it. So you can see the original lineup that I thought it might be. He was one that was in it. McLeod's probably going to make the team. Wood, so I think VC is going to be that guy that's next to it. Now we have Mercer, which I believe, as of right now, it looks like he's made the team. He's going to be the third line center. And the reason why I say that skeptically is he deserves it. I mean, he's done a good job. He's played well. I still worry about a rookie, what he's going to do down the line, but he seems pretty smart. But, the cap space money is still there, and I'm actually shocked that the Devils are going to leave that much cap space without trying to pick up a player, which they still could. I mean, you could trade any time during the year, but I'm a little surprised at that. And it looks like Holtz has a chance to make this team. So this is going to be interesting. But I think the lines are going to start with Hughes, Sharangovich, and Kuokkanen like last year. That's what I think. And I think Holtz is actually battling for a spot with Andres Johansson. So whatever happens there, those are the two guys that are kind of going for the same spot. And Kuokkanen is in there. Because you got to believe Heischer, Zaka and Brad are probably going to be the first line. They're going to be on it, and Tartar can be playing with Mercer because if you're going to play Tatar, you might as well play him with Mercer, and then it'll either be Holtz or Johnson. At least that's what it looks like from from what I see. Now the defense for the Devils is much improved. I mean, you upgrade yourself probably with Graves and Hamilton playing the first line, and then you're going to have Subban playing with Siegenthaler. So now the problem is I think Severson and Ty Smith are both injured. I don't know if they're going to be there for opening day. So we're going to have to see what they do. Kevin Ball was another guy that I thought might make the Devils have a chance at it. But that doesn't look like that's going to happen. He's already in the minors. But if there's injuries, can they call him up right away if that's something they want to do? So the Devils are kind of puzzling what they're going to do with their defense. I'm gonna wait to see if Severson and Ty Smith can play. They're obviously going to play, and Riley Walsh is going to start down. So I think the guy that they got in the trade, Juice, is going to actually get a chance to play, and we're going to have to see about the rest because this is confusing. This is where they can kind of spend the money still, but you don't want to spend the money there. I think the Devils need somebody in the NHL, anywhere, what team that has scored in between 20 and 30 goals, decent amount of points, 50, 60 points, where you can spend maybe 5 million or so, 6 million to get him into your roster to put him into this lineup, which would bump one of these guys out if that happened to do it. But right now, I think Mercer's the center. I don't think it's going to affect them. And then I think Tice Thompson's going to be the guy looking looking in. He'll be kind of the next guy if somebody's not hustling or somebody's not working out. So we'll see how it goes. Blackwood and Bernier are going to be the goaltending, and I know Bernier is going through a lot of stuff with the vaccine. And you know what? I see a lot of stuff. Just get it, just get it. No, it doesn't work that way. You're putting something in your body, and you want to understand what's going on. Because I'm more on his ball. I'm on more of his side of the court. I wouldn't just. I'm just not going to put it because government people tell me the drug is still experimental. So even though they say it's not, but by law, it's still experimental, and I wouldn't take a chance. I'm not saying I'm against the drug, but I want to give it 1 or 2 years, see how it goes, because I'm starting to hear now a lot of people getting heart attacks because of it. If you go on and you keep looking, but they're not reporting that part of the news that there are a lot of people getting heart attacks. So when you get this, and if you get the heart attack takes you out immediately, pretty much, or you're never the same. At least if you get the COVID, you might be able to fight it off and you might have a chance. So me with the needles and him not taking it, especially since he had it so bad early in the year, because I know it crushed the Devils early in the year. That's probably why a lot of Devils automatically got it. And then thing number two is you see all the players on teams getting it, and they're still not. So it's really not working. It's working somewhat, but it's not really working any better. They say it'll keep you from dying. Well, we'll see. But anyway, I don't want to talk about that. I've already talked too long about the whatchamacallit. It also decides whether I go to games. I go to about 10 Devil games for a year. And it depends on the Devils' rules. The rules that I see now are pretty lenient, which means I can go in there, I can go to games, because I drive 4 hours away. And I live in the New London, Connecticut area. It's about a 4 hour drive. It's really 3, but there's always traffic going over the bridge and everything like that. So when I drive, I don't want to have to worry about getting stuck, plucked, test. I want to be able to get up and go to the game. And once I know I can do that, then I'll probably go back to my schedule. But I'm thinking I might sit out games this year. But I'll probably get antsy and want to go at some point. So we'll see how it goes. And I do want to go. I like going to the games. It's fun. It's actually the best part of it. But anyway, I see a big time improvement with the Devils, but I don't like the fact that I still, even though I like the way this line with Hughes played, the early part of the year is going to tell you how the Devils are going to be. The first 20 games are very important. If they're around 500, they'll be fine. But last year they've been taken out of the season so early, and it's like it just makes the last part of the season where you watch all the teams and teams battling for playoff spots, and you're just a spoiler. So the first 20 games are so important for the Devils to make sure they're hanging around. This is a tough division. You cannot get in a big long losing streak. You just can't. So if they avoid doing that, and you definitely got to take care of home ice, and they were awful on home ice last year. So those are going to be the most important things. But I think the one thing with the Devils looks like it's going to improve big time. I'll be shocked if it doesn't, is the power play. I think with added Hamilton and Hughes, that right there you got playmaker up top, playmaker down low. You have Heischer. I mean, this should be a good power play unit. I'll be shocked if it doesn't come through this year. The penalty killing unit, not too sure about yet, but that's kind of a streaky things with a lot of teams. You either have it or you don't sometimes. So we'll see how it goes. But those are my projected Devil lineups. So most of it looks like it's going to be kind of what you thought. I was wrong with Foot and Ball, but that doesn't mean I won't see them later. You're going to see players with injuries come up and down, and then we'll see how it goes. But anyway, I'm going to end it, and I think I've talked too long, and we'll talk another time once we actually see the teams and see. But I'm not happy with the Devils not using that cap space. I know it's good for an emergency at the end of the year, and I know if they were smart, they'd probably try to give Jack Hughes the same contract, somewhat like what they did with Nico Heischer, and get him locked up early so you don't have to worry about anything for a while. Because this free agent crap at the end of the year is annoying for most of us, and every team and every fan base goes through it at some point. Anyway, this is Rapid Sports with Jax for the J to the A to the X to the X.com. Go over to the website. Hey, by the way, look at the bottom when you go into the show, and there's going to be some jerseys there that are on for sale. Jack used jerseys. I'm going to throw up there maybe a couple more. So go check them out, see if you like them, and we'll just take it from there. Leave some comments. I'll comment back. Talk to you later. Bye.